everybody. Welcome to a brand new season of Betting Insights. I'm Timothy alongside Sergio. Sergio, welcome back.
Hey everybody, welcome back after a long day.
Yes, very long summer break. But club competition is back, so we are back giving our picks for our new listeners. We are discussing 5 different club competitions across Europe: Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Eredivisie, and the Premier League. We are giving out betting tips each match day, and we will be here until the end of the season. Now, first match day is starting this weekend, but only in the Eredivisie. The other competitions are starting next week. But we decided to give out a few picks for this weekend. So let's take it away. All right. No other place to start. Like I said, only the Eredivisie starts this weekend. First game on the schedule was actually yesterday, Groningen hosting NAC. But listen, we are recording on Friday late, sometimes Saturday. So usually we skip the Friday games. No harm, no foul. Let's start with the first game on the schedule. Feyenoord hosting Willem II. Feyenoord wins set at 1.12. Willem II wins set at 26. Line for total goal set at 3.5. Sergio, are you doing something here?
Yeah, it's a first game of the season. Feyenoord, I think they lost a couple of their key players, but still, I think against promovendus like Willem II, it should be a easy first game for Feyenoord playing at home. I don't think they want to start as the last season where they had 2 draws in the first 2 games. So they will start out strong with their new coach, Priske.
Yeah, and obviously the odds speaks for themselves. 1.12. The bookmakers are expecting an easy win for Feyenoord. So I'm not betting Feyenoord for a win. The value is just too low. Are you looking at the over 3.5 or maybe both teams to score here?
Yeah. I was looking more at the over 3.5. I think that's definitely a possibility.
I think both teams can get on a score sheet here, although I'm not that confident. And that's more because of the game that was played last week against PSV, where there were like 8 goals in the game. And usually you see the next week they tighten things up at the back. You don't see a lot of goals. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to touch both teams to score. I think I'm going to side with you. I'd rather play the over 2.5 here.
But also the game last week there were 8 goals, but 4 of them were not penalties, I think. So
Yeah, so it was a crazy game.
crazy game, yeah.
All right, let's get to the next game. NEC hosting Twente. NEC wins set at 3.4. Twente wins set at 2.2. Line for total goals again 3.5, but this man the over 3.5 is set at 2.75 and the under 3.5 is set at 1.44. So be careful taking the over 3.5 as I am here. Where are you going, Sergio?
I'm leaning more towards NEC this weekend. Twente, of course, very good last season, but also lost a few of their key players. I think players that were very important, especially the game Twente wants to play. So I think this is going to be a difficult one, and I'm going for the NEC here.
Yeah, and Twente was actually pretty bad in the midweek matchup against Salzburg.
Also,
Yes,
yes.
this was not a great game.
Yeah.
I want to side with you here, but listen, man, NEC's preseason not that good, not that good. Like actually, very terrible. Did they even win a game?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, no,
So
but that doesn't say anything for the season. But still,
I know it doesn't say everything, but it says something. So listen, man, and especially in the last 3 preseason games, they only scored 1 goal. Um, Listen, so I'm not that confident in NEC. I won't play them for a win. My bet here will be I will bump the over 3.5 down to 2.5, and I will take the over 2.5 goals in this game. It's set at 1.68. I think it's great value. That's my play for this game. Over 2.5 goals.
okay, possible. I'm going for NEC.
All right. Next up, Almere City hosting AZ. Almere City wins set at 5.4. AZ wins set at 1.68. Line for total goals set at 2.5. Now, Almere City also a team that lost a lot of key players and their coach. But AZ also lost the only player that was scoring goals for them last season. So what are you doing here?
I think Almere City is one of the candidates to relegate. So I think you can write that down. I think this season is their last season in the Eredivisie. Like you said, they lost their key players, and AZ a lot better, I think, than last season. So I'm going for AZ here. I think this is gonna be an easy one for them, even if it's an away game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And like I touched on it earlier, I know they lost Pavlidis, but Almere City, even with the players they had last year, they kind of overachieved. Like they were sneaking out a lot of draws, just really tight games. Felt like they were lucky in a lot of games, and now they lost a lot of their players. I know Asset lost Pavlidis, but still a better team. Asset, one of my favorite bets for this weekend. Like I said, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm banging Asset. All right. Next game, PSV hosting RKC. PSV wins at 1.1. RKC wins at 29. Line for total goals over 3.5. Now, I don't really have a bet in this game. Are you doing something here?
No, it's PSV favorites for the championship
As
against
they should be.
RKC. Eh?
As they should be.
Yes, yes, of course, they should be because they have, for me, still the best team in the Eredivisie. They didn't lose a lot of their players. One, I think, and yeah, wasn't that important. So yeah, I think their team stayed pretty much the same. So it's game on this season for them again. But it's gonna be an easy win for them against RKC.
Yeah, and because of that reason, most of their players stayed. Of course, also the same coach. They were like one of the highest scoring teams and maybe the highest scoring team in the Eredivisie last year, right?
Yeah.
So and you saw it again against Feyenoord. 4 goals. I know a couple penalties, but still, that's why if I were to bet something in this game, I would take the over 3.5. You probably don't need RKC to score to get the over 3.5. So like I said, I don't really have a bet in this game. But if you want to play something, the over 3.5 is the obvious play here.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Sparta hosting Heracles. Sparta wins set at 1.54. Heracles wins set at 6.1. Line for total goals set at 3.5. Now, these were kind of two of the most inconsistent teams in the Eredivisie last year. You just can't trust Sparta at any point, and Heracles, you never know what you're gonna get. So, are you doing something here?
This looks more like a draw for me, but if I have to choose, I would still go for Sparta. First game, they're playing at home. Heracles, I think they dodged the bullet last season. And they haven't really, strengthened their team during the summer break. So I would still go for Sparta, but it feels like a draw.
Yeah, I'm also skipping this game. Like I said, I don't trust either team. Let's get to the next game. Utrecht hosting PEC. Utrecht wins set at 1.47. PEC wins set at 6.75. Line for total goals set at 3.5. But again, the over 3.5 is set at 2.5. Under 3.5, 1.5. So obviously they are expecting the under 3.5. But listen, I also like the under 3.5 goals here. That would be my play here. Are you doing something?
Um, yes, that's possible. Utrecht isn't really a high scoring team, so yeah, I would go for the under, but still the first game against PEC Zwolle. I don't know. I would go for a Utrecht win and maybe just to both teams to score. I think a 2-1 is there.
Yeah, but I also think a 2-1 is there. I can't see obviously either team scoring more than 2 goals. PEC may score a goal, but Utrecht was kind of good defensively last year. I expect that to carry over, but 2-1 certainly possible. I'm leaning obviously towards Utrecht for a win. I would play the under 3.5 goals here. All right, next up, Go Ahead Eagles hosting Fortuna. Go Ahead Eagles win set at 2.05. Fortuna win set at 3.85. Line for total set at 2.5. Now, Go Ahead Eagles, one of the better home teams last season. Will that carry over here? I'm not sure. They also got knocked out of European competition against Bran. Maybe you've never heard of them. I don't blame you. But they got knocked out of European competition. So what are we expecting here?
Yeah, but Go Ahead Eagles they don't really have the team to to play in Europe, so in the Europe competition. So yeah, I'm still going for Go Ahead this game. Fortuna, also one of the teams that dodged the bullets last season. Go Ahead was a little bit better. Their team pretty much, yeah, I would say stayed the same, but they lost, I think, one or two key players. But I would still go for Go Ahead. First game at home against Fortuna. I think it's must have 3 points for them.
Yeah, it's a must-have 3 points. I'm also leaning towards Go Ahead Eagles. I don't really trust them that much for a win. I would kind of take the double chance. Obviously low value there. So I'd maybe do a bet builder for this game and play a double chance and both teams to score. You get an odd of 2.06, almost the same as Go Ahead Eagles winning this game. So that would be my play here. All right, next up, Ajax hosting Heerenveen. Ajax wins set at 1.49. Heerenveen wins set at 6.5. Line total goal set at 3.5. Now Ajax kind of started the season good, but it doesn't look pretty at how they're playing.
No, I think that they still need to know exactly what it is that they want or how they're going to play. I think the coach has a problem to to let them play the way he wants. So I would say that that's the problem, and maybe it will take a few games for them starting this season, before they are where they want to be. But Heerenveen at home, I think this one should be one in the bag.
But they are coming off a road game against Panathinaikos Thursday. So any concerns there?
No, they're still fresh. So it was just one game. I think if they can't play a good game against Heerenveen after one game starting of the season, then they don't even have to think about going into Europe. So
All right.
yeah, I would just say it's Heerenveen at home. Good match to start the season.
All right. I agree with you there. All right, that wraps up the Eredivisie, and like I already said, only the Eredivisie this weekend. So that wraps it up for this weekend's picks and best bets. Like not really interesting games, but I'm gonna give some of my favorite picks. AZ to win at 1.68. I really like that one. NEC to enter the over 2.5 goals, and listen, man, Ajax to win. Yeah, probably an easy pick there. Who do you got, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm going for the Feyenoord Willem II over 3.5. AZ for a win. Of course, Go Ahead Eagles for a win. And Utrecht to win. Both teams score.
All right. Now that wraps it up. Next week, La Liga starts, Premier League starts, Serie A starts. But I think the Bundesliga, we're going to have to wait another week. No harm, no foul. So thank you guys for listening, and we will be back next week. Enjoy your weekend, guys.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend.